because I thought they liked music.
Huh?
And I played it a little bit, you know, every time I come, I play it a little bit to get the idea that you can make your own music. But so far,
Not.
they only took one. I had a red one and a yellow one.
And the. Oh, really? Some people say they like red. So far, the only things that they've taken up there have been green and blue. So, this here is right next to the gifting stump, or gifting spot here. And you say you haven't noticed that this was pushed over before.
No, it was not.
Okay, yeah, that looks really fresh. If you look at the moss on the underside here, this is
Now, could
very
tree
fresh.
squirrels have done that?
The really big ones. Two of them right here. So we've got that one there, side by side. These trees apparently came down at the same time. Doesn't look like they're connected. I don't know where the tops are. Oh, the tops, over there. Huh. Very, very cool.
I don't know how these tree squirrels do it. But that's a smaller tree than those.
Yes, it is. And it doesn't want to go over.
I'm not saying I'm the most buff person.
You're at least as strong as a squirrel.
At least. The flying squirrels, not the regular squirrels.
Okay. But no matter how you look at it, there's two of them right here side by side, and the top of one is on the other side of the tree. And this one here, it's kind of peculiar how this one is standing. Unless it came down, hit that tree, which is at the wrong angle, to snap the top out and then stick it into the ground. Pretty good into the ground.
That is in the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, that is in there. Because this is a heavy.
Very heavy.
It is heavy.
That's pretty cool. Oh, even this here, that's a fresh break on it right there.
Bears probably did that.
Ah, probably a combination of the bears and the squirrels.
Yeah.
Working together in unison.
Yep.
Yep.
During mating season.
That was it. Boy, they get rough that time of year.
Yeah. I know, and you know, when I'd mentioned and I think I posted it on Facebook as it happened, like, oh my God, a rock just hit the truck. Somebody said, oh, well, you know, in that area they have flying tree squirrels that often throw nuts at you during mating season. Me and Matt were just like, oh, okay, yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
And at first I thought it may have been one of the peanut M&Ms that we had left in the feeding bowl, because it sounded like it was about that size. I'm like, maybe they didn't like, you know, them, or maybe they're using that as a rock or something, but it wasn't, because
It was all still there.
they were all accounted for. They were moved and sucked on, but they were all there.
That is so cool. Another stick stuck in the ground right here. Did you guys see this? It's like depression here in the moss. Right there are the ferns. This is very interesting right here. So we got a tree here, another tree over there.
There's a branch that is just
hanging. There's a few of them
off,
there.
but there's no, I mean, if it was a tree, there's no stump.
No, I
There's
can't
no
find where the
trees
tree.
around here that it could easily just fall from and rest here.
No,
And there's a bunch of them, and some of them are suspended.
That is very interesting. Looks like a big heel mark right there. Okay, another stick in the ground here. And as we're used to seeing, the bark is all gone down here around the ground end of it. Look at that tree. Is that amazing? Can't you just see the little ones playing up there? That is one amazing tree. Oh, you just don't see them like that very often. Look at the moss and the ferns.
We were on expedition. We were out in the middle of tribal lands, and we were doing a night walk. There were 8 of us, and we had gone about 3 miles in the dark, no lights or anything. We're on our way back out. We just entered a meadow, and from behind us, this huge, booming scream was amazing. It filled the flippin' night air. It was a howl, an owl, and this woman like a witch screeching. And it was one huge long breath.
Did you crap your pants?
No, we all froze. We all stopped, froze, turned, and it did it twice.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
really cool.
it was amazing. It was very creepy. And we were all like, what was that? What was that? Well, it sounded like a howl. Well, it sounded like an owl. Well, that last part was a woman screaming. You know, and it was just the weirdest. It was just huge.
How far away was it?
We probably walked maybe 100 yards out of the forest and into this meadow, maybe.
And
Yeah.
it was in the forest?
It was in the forest behind us, and we were just trudging along, and then this sound just boom. It resonated the night air, and we all just stopped and turned back. Didn't see anything.
Wow.
And then it just took another big old breath and did it again. Yeah.
Right there next to the road. Tree frogs. Yep. Very fresh break. Cool. This is an amazing area. Okay, we're here at Ocean Shores, Washington, and the night before last, my friend Sandy and I came out here around 11 o'clock at night. We walked down the road here. We got to this spot. You can see how thick this stuff is. We got to right here. As we passed this spot, we heard heavy rustling directly inside the bush line right here. And as I turned, approximately 7-8 feet off the ground back in there, I saw a quick flash of light, possible eye shine, and we stood here listening to the rustling for a few minutes. That was not wind caused. It was definitely right inside these bushes right here, and in a couple of minutes we each saw another glint of eye shine just a few feet off the ground over this way. We determined that it was not liquid wetness on the leaves. It was very dry. There was no breeze, and yet there was heavy rustling right there. And we thought maybe there might be a reflection off a gum wrapper, pop can, something like that. But we don't find anything like that in there. Also, there was no light source whatsoever. We didn't have any lights on. There's no street lights. The only light was starlight. Also, there has been other reports, sightings, 3 that I know of within a few hundred feet of this spot. Okay, so we're back in the bushes here from where we heard the rustling and saw possible eye shine the other night. We've got a few small marks back in here. There's some scuff marks, and right there we've got a mark here. It's small, and right there beside my lighter you can see there's more marks.
Can you see that? So they're broken off.
Here.
And they're not even wilty. So these are, very old, but those
are
are
brand
not.
new.
They're brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's another one.
Yep.
Goes under here. See
Yep.
it? Under these dead ones. Yeah.
And it
Interesting.
kind of looks like the trail may continue
Right through
back
there.
through there. Yeah. It is really, really thick in here.
Yeah. Very interesting, Barb.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's twisted back onto here. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the road, just right through there. We're on the back side of these bushes, and you can see where the trail, something passed right through here. You can see the berry vines right there are dragged in this direction. They're dragged in this direction. So whatever it was, we believe, left from where we saw the ice shine and heard the rattling just right through there, and we believe it left and came back out this way. Okay, so we're back here at Sandy's house, and you can see the ocean is right out there. So we have Judy, Sandy's sister, is here with us, and she's going to tell us about the baby Sasquatch she saw here.
Well, I came out of the house, I was walking along the deck here, and a little critter came out of the brush low. You know, he was small, down here. And this is a vacant lot next door. So you can see, that's the hole. See that hole? It's like a little tunnel, it goes down.
Into the
Anyway,
bushes.
he came out there, ran across here, and right about there, he stopped. And I don't know if he stopped because he knew I was watching him, or or
Maybe
he realized he was exposed.
He was out in the open, yeah.
And when he stopped, he was actually kind of facing me, but turned that way. And I could actually see him then better. You know, like, what is that? You know,
Yeah.
To me, it looked like a baby monkey.
Wow.
I mean, he had no neck. His head was round like a little basketball, you know, little ears.
Oh.
And, it just went from his head to his neck, and his little hind end was curved. He was on all fours. And from, if his whole body, his torso, head to hiney bent, maybe 12 inches.
Wow.
I mean, he was little.
It was very little.
And no tail.
What color was it?
And it was kind of a blondish gray with some red in it.
Really?
It wasn't
Okay.
black,
Not black.
because I'm thinking somebody's lost their monkey, but they're their little baby chimpanzee or something. Even though a chimp's head is more narrow, to me, I'm thinking, because its head was round.
Wow.
Anyway, and it after it realized it was exposed or whatever, it just started spinning like a little top. And it spun around about 4 or 5 times and went right back in. It was so fast, like a little Tasmanian devil.
Wow.
It was so fast. And it never ever occurred to me that I was seeing like a baby Sasquatch or baby Bigfoot or anything like that. And I never heard anything else, but I was so focused on him that possibly, if something was calling him, I didn't hear any of that because I've been asked about that. But
Wow.
he was just so fast, and it wasn't until I was talking to someone else here that they're like, oh my God, you saw a baby Squatch. And and I'm like, oh my God, I think you're right. Because I'm like, there's no monkeys here.
No, there aren't.
There's a little baby.